a citadel founded with great vision, where character learning.
Lagos State University, Lasu, is owned by the Lagos State Government of Nigeria. The bill establishing the university was passed by the Lagos State House of Assembly and signed into law on the 13th of June, 1983 by the first executive governor of Lagos State, Alhaji Lateef Kayode Jakande. The very promising university eventually took off in October 1984. The university was established to operate as a multi-campus institution and has the main campus at Ojo, while its other campuses were at Ikeja, Ekpe, and Surulere.
Lagos State University has produced many notable personalities within and outside the country. The state government has also carried out many landmark projects on the campus. You can see for yourself. If you go around, you will see many projects going on right now. Magnificent site. So in terms of faculty, classroom, we don't have a challenge in that area anymore. The school has also emerged second best university in the world. According to the global university ranking, we have come second. That is a rating that happened lately. It has also continued to attract different international funding for engineering, funding for science, funding for technology and mathematics. We are doing very well.
Over the years, the objectives of Lasu have been attained much to the efforts of the major stakeholders of the institution. These are the management team, the academic staff, the non-academic staff, students, and others. However, one must not lose sight of the fact that an environment of peaceful coexistence with the host community has thrived. The host community, in one way or the other, can be described as part of the university stakeholders. Lasu is located on a landmass within the Ojo community. However, as time went by, it appears that the lofty goals outlined for the university is threatened due to the activities of land grabbers. The Chief Lateef Jakande administration ceded a total of 844 hectares of land. That's about 12,660 standard plots to the university at inception in 1984. More than 75% of Lasu's entire land area has now been taken over by faceless land grabbers, much to the detriment of the major stakeholders of the university. Aspects of the land ceded and devoted to the advancement of learning and academic growth that will produce the relevant manpower needs of Lagos State and Nigeria at large have been excised and sold to private individuals, and we now have private residential structures developed on parts of the Lasu land.
One of the challenges facing us in Lasu is the issue of Omonile. At inception in 1984, Alhaji Lateef Jakande actually earmarked a total of 844 hectares of land for Lasu. But today, more than 75% of Lasu's land has been encroached upon. It has been the land grabbers known as Omoniles have taken over most part of our lands. And that is a critical challenge that we are facing right now. They were selling Lasu's land in bids to people to build houses, build business facilities on top of our land. And this has been happening as far back as 1990. It has affected Lasu's development plan. We have our development plan, we have our master plan. This land grabbing issue has affected our master plan. And because as it is right now, we are left with 2,665 plots of land. More than 75% of our land has been taken by our moneyless.
Lasu is the real foundation of Lagos education because it belongs to Lagos State and all Lagosians. We must make this university a first-class university.
The Governor Akinwumi Ambode administration appears committed to the growth and development of the Lagos State University, with lots of projects and structures put in place by the government in order to ensure that the institution retains its lofty position in the Committee of Standard Universities. The government is not happy about the land grabbing issue and continues to assure stakeholders of the commitment to meeting its obligations to the academic institution, which is a state property.
It is very worrisome to see how land grabbers took over 75% of Lagos State University land. This government is worried about it and is committed to solving this issue completely. Because the expansion plan of Lasu depends on this land, and so the government is working on it to ensure that it is solved.
Many, especially members of the Lasu community, are worried about the menace of the land grabbers, which continues to shrink the university's land space. All hopes are on the Lagos State government to salvage the situation.
Governor Akinwumi Ambode, having realized how difficult it is to evict every illegal occupant on Lasu land, recently approved the regularization of 48,000 landlords so that the state government will not lose completely. And for those who are occupying Lasu land illegally, very soon the state law on property ownership will be promulgated, and those who are not on the other side will find themselves to blame. Also, Lagos State House of Assembly has asked Lasu management to come up with a legislation to criminalize everyone that is on its land illegally.
As the 38-year-old institution continues to break academic boundaries, the need to expand becomes more important than ever. But handling the land encroachment issue with the affected community doesn't look like an easy task.
The land encroachment matter is a very sensitive issue. So there is need for calm by the Lasu stakeholders in order for us to forestall a possible breakdown of law and order. We collaborated with the Ministry of Education to hold a stakeholders meeting in 2017. We are working at implementing the next phase of the agreement after the land form regulation exercise. We will use legal means to address this issue because it's a very sensitive issue and we want to avoid a negative impact on the community. This is one of our project sites. Yeah, you can see the workers. It's one of the projects that is donated to the school by Third Fund. We have many ongoing projects like this all over the campus. And it's taking the profile of the school to a higher level. That's why Lasu is being considered now as one of the best schools in the world.
How long have you started this?
That is a very good, interesting question. You won't believe it that this project just started about 3 months ago. Wow. And they are already, they're still taking it up. They're still taking it up. Yeah.
Any deadline?
The time for finishing this project is 1 year. and 3 months right now, they've already gotten to this stage. Before December, they should be able to finish the laying of docks.
Okay.
And then the rest will not be.
Plan for duration in view of inflation.
It has been, you see, the project is being sponsored. We don't have direct control over the finance. Third Fund is running it, they are financing it, and I guess they must have considered those factors into the project funding. You know, so that must have been taken care of.
What about this project? I think there are some areas that you actually need to work on. If this is supposed to be a classroom, right? Is it a hall?
It is meant to be both classroom and lecturer's office.
Okay.
The ground floor will be used for classroom.
Okay.
The upstairs will be used for offices. We are also going to have, since it's been donated for mass communication, faculty of mass communication. So they are going to have studios and some equipment offices in this. You can see how mighty it is, how big. It's very, you know. And this is a swampy land.
Okay.
When they were, you need to be here to see how much they have invested at the foundation. They certified the foundation. They put the raptor, yes, yeah. There's, you know, you can see the German floor level. So the issue of water encroaching will not be a problem here. This is a solid project, and we help us thank the federal government for conceiving this kind of gigantic project for Lasu.
I'm sure the state government will be happy to see the level of work that you have done here.
In fact,
and I personally write a memo to the governor on what I've seen here. So far, I think this is a good project, and we are hoping that when it's almost completed, the state government will have to have a part to play.
Definitely.
I am interested in this project because I started as a journalist, and before getting myself into politics, so I know that the government would be interested in investing in this. However, I think this is a good start from your government, and we will support you.
Thank you.
And I'm sure the government will love it.
In fact, we will be happy to show it live to our Excellency, to His
All
Excellency.
we need now is for you to give us updates as the project, progresses.
Okay.
But so far, I think this is good. I will ask that you take pictures of the stages that we have now and send to us so that Mr. Governor can see this and know where they can come in. But so far, I think this is good.
Thank you.
Well done.
Secretary, take note of that.
One of the issues that discourages investors and hinders the ease of doing business in Lagos is the issue of land grabbing. The Lagos State Properties Protection Law will give legal backing to the operations of our law enforcement officers. The Properties Law will eliminate the activities of persons or corporate entities who use force and intimidation to dispossess or prevent any person or entity from acquiring legitimate interest and possession of properties. That the government is unified and committed in its primary assignment to safeguard lives and properties of Lagosians. The life of every Lagosian matters. This can never be emphasized enough.
According to the state government, over 5,000 land-grabbing petitions have been received since 2016. It has become a serious social issue that has resulted in the breakdown of law and order. Loss of lives, injuries, and the destruction of property have often been recorded in most cases as well. Many are hoping security agencies would take decisive steps soon enough.
The issue of land grabbing has become a very serious social issue in Lagos State. And as police, we are not going to condone the activities of the Omolides in Lagos. There's a law in Lagos State governing property ownership, and we are working directly with the Lagos State government to make sure that any land that belongs to the Lagos State University is being recovered and the culprits are brought to justice.
How effective the Lasu land reclamation campaign has been may not be easily measurable yet, but many believe a lot more needs to be done in order for the prestigious university to get back at least a sizable portion of its land. For now, the Lagos State House of Assembly has directed Lasu management to come up with a legislation that will criminalize anybody or a group of people that encroaches on the land of the institution.